Okay, for the last time, I need to be sure that we can all hear me. If you can hear me, type on the chat box that you can hear me. Okay, Emigrate, you're welcome. Emigrate said he is willing to learn more insight about business. You're welcome. Trust me, you're going to learn a whole lot tonight. If you are also interested in learning more about business, more about branding, career growth, and every other thing, entrepreneurship, tell us. All right, thank you, Rema, for the feedback. You can hear me. Thank you. You're welcome, everyone. You are welcome. This is the second series of business growth and development. So quickly, let's just pray. Almighty Father, we thank you for tonight's session. We thank you for how far you've brought us. We are super grateful because we know that we are going to be transformed. Our mind are going to be transformed. Our businesses will be transformed. And in return, we will have so many testimonies. Thank you, Father, for in Jesus' name we prayed. Amen. Amen. Welcome once again, everyone, to TCW Finance and Wealth series. And just a quick one, and I saw this quote somewhere and I decided to share with us. One of the quotes says, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." I don't know if this echo loud within you. The secret of getting ahead is getting what? Started. The second one says, "You don't build a business, you build people, and people build the business." Well, I do not know so much about business, but I'm sure that our mentors in the house this evening, they're going to put more enlightenment on some of these things tonight. So I am here with a clean slate, ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So some of the stuff I'll be saying are things that we just need to ponder on, even as the session moves on, so that it gives you that leverage of thinking about what you're currently doing. If you're already a business person, if you are looking forward to having one soon, if you're already working, maybe working in an organization, or you already have anything at all working for you, if you're an entrepreneur, anything that you're doing at all, these are things for you to ponder on so that you can think about it again. Let's see what exactly is wrong, what we are getting right, what we need to get right. All right. Okay, here are some of the truth. Some of the truth about business. Business growth isn't just about getting better. I don't know if this echoes loud within you as well. It's about getting it. It is about getting better in terms of systems, the systems you build, the decisions you make, and your mindset. I think this one really echoes as far as I'm concerned within me. Mindset is like really a large part about the product and the services that you provide as a business person. So every business, no matter how small, has the potential to grow when the right strategies, consistency, and clarity come together. And that is why we are here tonight. So I won't be doing much of the talking because we already have our mentors in the house. They've joined the call already. And we will be going on to introduce them. For those just joining us for the first time today, we are TCW Africa, the Confident Woman African Initiative, and support girls and women through educational support, skill training, and mentorship. Mentorship, yes, that's one of the things that we are doing currently. That's why we are here. Our mission is to raise well rounded women equipped with confidence and capacity to fulfill their full potential. Tonight, we'll be having two mentors join us. And let me quickly introduce one of them to us. Our first mentor for tonight is Mentor Florence. Mentor Florence is the founder of the Purposeful Women Network, a transformative mentorship initiative, and it's focused on empowering women to rediscover passion, purpose, and fulfillment through self-discovery and spiritual growth. She also serves as head of organization and programs at the Women Enterprise Alliance, where she supports women-owned businesses through capacity building, market access, and finance. With expertise in program design and execution, Mentor Florence is dedicated to helping organizations enhance productivity while inspiring women from all walks of life to thrive. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're excited about what you're about to, receive tonight, can you show your excitement? All right, this is our first mentor for tonight. And then after her, we'll be having another person join us. Her name is Mentor Gladys. Mentor Gladys is a visionary entrepreneur and passionate farmer with over 8 years of experience in sustainable agriculture. As the founder and CEO of Etama Farms and Agro Consultancy Limited, she specializes in greenhouse management, vertical and open feed farming, sack farming, and agro-produce aggregation. Her commitment to transforming food system has led her to train over like more than 3,000 people in modern farming practices and to launch the AgroSpark initiative, a bi-monthly school program inspiring young people to explore agriculture and embrace innovative, future-focused farming solutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited, can we welcome on stage our first mentor for tonight, Mentor Florence. Yes. Okay, Esther, please can you mute your mic? Thank you. Hello, Mentor Florence.
Wow, thank you, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very, very delighted to be among great mind, great women entrepreneurs, great purposeful leaders, and the confident woman. Yes, so I'm also a confident woman. So I thank you, and also thank my dearly beloved sister, Patience Okenje, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you this evening. I love to see a lot of emojis. I love being loved up. So can I see emojis on the comment section to know that I am highly welcome? Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much, Rema. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm blushing actually. Okay, so without much ado, I'm going to talk about branding, marketing, and operations. So I have a lot to talk about. I hope my time will permit me to really delve into what I want to talk about. I'm passionate about helping female entrepreneurs to structure their business and also to give them visibility in their brand. And as a program manager and also a certified business development specialist, it gives me great joy to mentor these entrepreneurs to help them align their business visions and position them to receiving access to market, access to finance, mentorship, and coaching and capacity building. So I'm going to share my slide. Permits me to share my slides this evening. Let me see if we start sharing my slide. Okay. So I'm going to share my slide. I hope you can see my slide. Can you see my slide?
It's coming up, Ma. Yes, we can see your slide now.
All right. So we are going to talk about branding and marketing and operation for women entrepreneurs. So if you're a woman and you're starting up a business, first of all, let me ask, because I want it to be interactive as possible, what does branding mean to you? What does it mean for you to brand yourself or brand your business? Or let me see yourself as a person. What does branding mean to you? Anybody can just give me one answer in the chat box. Or you can unmute your mic. I want it to be very interactive as possible.
Personally, I feel like branding is how people perceive you generally, either your business, your products. When they see that thing, it just makes them know that this is the person, or this is the company, or this is that particular brand. And yeah, I'm still using the word brand again. Yes.
Okay, fine.
How
All right,
people like the perception, yes.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Branding is exactly what makes people notice you, right? Yes. Rema said brand is creating a name, a perspective in the mind of the people. Brand is what makes you notice you in that when you come into let me say a party now, what do people notice you about you? Your dress, the way you dress, your ambience, the way you smile, the way you carry yourself, your confidence, your approach, your aura, your style, wow, who is that girl? How much she look gorgeous. Oh, wow. That's what branding means. Like you've branded yourself like this party that I'm making people to see first impression that they want to get attracted to you. They want to strike up a conversation with you. They want to get to know you better. So that is exactly what branding is. While marketing is what makes people remember you. I hope, someone trying to speak? I hope you can hear me, please.
Loud and clear, ma. We can hear you. Please go on.
All right. So what marketing is what makes people, right, remember you. And operation is what makes your business sustainable. So in operation, there's structure. As a business person, you need to have your operations have to be structured down from your admin to your HR to your marketing to your finances, right? To your even your front desk customer service, if you really have a structured business, it has to down in operations, how to make that business sustainable. So let's talk about for this slide, because I divided this into 3 sections. So I'm going to talk about branding and operation on this slide while I speak on marketing. Marketing is where I want to really kind of hammer on, because I noticed that SMEs that I mentor, or SMEs that pass through our programs in where I work at Women Enterprise Alliance, they don't have marketing structure. They don't know how to market a product. So they're always playing small. So they don't want to start playing the big league, and they don't know what visibility means. So I'm going to talk about a bit about branding, more about branding and marketing, then operation. I'm going to touch on operation. I hope time permits me. Then let us look at what branding is. Actually, branding is really beyond your logo, right? Your brand encompasses your identity. What that is your values, your tone, your story. Then visibility, that's your platform, your presence, your consistency. Then your experience, that's your customer service, product quality. All this makes everything is element of branding. Remember when I started, I told you when a lady walks into a party and have her tone, the way she walks, the way she carry herself, that's her tone. Like she's giving you these vibes, this positive vibe, this confidence vibes. Then when she now want to speak, maybe okay, that beautiful lady, can we hear you introduce yourself? And she open her mouth to speak. Oh my God, you are blown away, right? That's a hook. A hook. She has hooked everybody with her tone, with her speak, the way she speaks, the way she carry and bodies herself, and what she has on her mind. So that is what identity. Her identity has started speaking for her, which has made her to be visible. Everybody will now want to get in contact with her. Can I have your contact? Can I invite you to my party? Something like that. So her identity creates visibility for her. Now, from there, she has experience. If she starts attending party where she's being invited as a guest of honor or a special guest, she has experience of maybe they invite her to speak every time she's being invited to speak as during opening remarks in the party. She has that experience of speaking, right? Anywhere to go. So that is what branding is. So in your business, what does your brand mean? What does it entails? As a business person, your brand is an identity. I tell female entrepreneurs that your business is a human being. Do not treat your business as something side hustle or something that is not a living element. As a human being, so your business is a human being. It has a life of its own. So you must treat your business as a human being. You must feed your business. You must nurture your business. You must grow your business. You must sustain your business. And you must have a legacy for your business. That's what makes businesses to grow from generation to generation. Look at Ford Motors. Look at Apple. Look at Dove. Most of all these, the founders of all this business, even what's this KFC, all these founding fathers of those business they're already dead. right? But their business is now living, like it's outlived them. So that's what, as young entrepreneurs, I normally tell people, tell our female entrepreneurs, and I'm saying it here, that you need to start treating your business as a legacy. Your business must not, don't say I'm an SME. Yes, you can start off as an SME, but have that vision to be a conglomerate. Have that vision to grow, to establish your business to last from generation to generation. Have that vision to make sure that your family, or if you're married, or you're trying to get to marriage and you're running a business, your husband, everybody must have that business entitlement, that business sense of familiarity with your business, so that when you are not longer alive, your business still runs. So branding is what gives your business identity, visibility, and experience. Now let's look at examples. I'm going to give you some relatable examples. Mama Skincare business in Lagos uses aesthetics and customer follow-up. That is her own type of her branding. This is what she does. Aesthetics can be graphics. Maybe she's heavy on graphics. She uses Instagram a lot to position her business for visibility. She also sustains her business by when somebody come to make inquiries, she follow them up. When a customer buys her skincare product, she follow them up with feedback and also recommend others of her business services. These are what branding does to a business. Then let's look at the Aboki seller, whose wrapping paper has his branding slogan, right? So Aboki is selling bread, in the streets. There's something, maybe you have 10 Aboki that are selling bread, but there's one particular one that that you can go to. Maybe the way he packages bread in a beautiful fancy nylon. You can say Musa bread, Musa & Co bread, and the bread is neat, it's appealing. You can eat it, not the one they will just do meshai. Do you understand? So you keep going to that. Why? Because it's well packaged for you, that you feel that, yes, this is very beautiful. Now, also, let's look at those of us that are on LinkedIn, right? If you're building your business on LinkedIn, or you're building your personal brand on LinkedIn, you need to be consistent. You need to turn out value. You need to position yourself as that thought leader, as that go-to person, right? And LinkedIn reward consistency. And you need to start reaching out to people in your sphere of influence, in your business space. That shows that you are building a personal brand, or you're building a business plan. I hope you're following me, please. I want to see emojis to know that I was speaking to myself. So we have operations now. So that's it for branding. Now let's look at operations. What does operation mean? Operation is how your business actually works behind the scene. Those of us that I'm a project manager and also an aspiring business analyst, right? We know what business process is, because once the engine, operation is like the engine of the business. So once the engine knocks, it cannot move forward. So you need to document what you do, even as an individual. That is why you have journaling. If you are on a personal development journey, you have journal. You need to document your life. You need to be intentional. You need to have your routine. That's the same thing, the same principle you apply on your personal development. That same principle you're going to apply on your business development. You need to have your business model canvas, right? Your business model canvas has nine windows, whereby you have your customer segment, you have your value proposition, you have your channels, you have your finance, you have your partners, your key partners, you have your vision and mission. Everything, you need to have that as a model for you to operate your business, and you document what you do. Then after that, you have to look at people, right? You have to define roles for people. You need to have structured who is doing what part time. SOPs must be 100%. SOP means standard operating procedure of any business, no matter, even if you are frying akara, even if you are baking cake, you must have SOP. Each recipe must have SOP, right? So you need to have that SOP that define the kind of product you're doing, your personnel, that the people that are going to handle each department, there are roles, even if it's one business, you need to have it. That's showing that you have vision for that business, and that business is structured. Then you also need to have product or service quality. That means, what product are you bringing out? You cannot go and start branding and start with package beauty, something that is beautiful outside, and once customer comes, what they will see, what they call it, what I order versus what I get, something like that, right? So it's like a fashion house now. You come and post pictures of your different designs, of you have beautiful clothes. Okay, someone say, I want you to replicate this clothes, and of course, what I ordered versus what I got has come to play, because one, you do not hire qualified tailors that know what they are doing, or you yourself are not qualified. You're not a qualified tailor, right? So you have to have that beautiful product or service quality for consistent result. Let people know that once I go to Hamida Fashion Bridal House, her bridal gowns are, oh my God, out of this world. She gives you what you order. Her bridal gowns are beautiful. They are original. They last. They are of good quality, right? Now you need to also have performance tracking. Every week in my organization, we have what we call weekly performance KPI, that weekly performance index, and we track each and every one of our team members. What have you done this week? What area do you think you're failing? What area can you improve? What do you need for you to improve? What can the management give to you? What assistance will you because any of your team members you need from any of your team members to help you grow so you can perform excellency. And this should be part of your organization core values, right? So when you have all this, you set your operations to be working and moving very fast. Then you can now go to marketing. But before I go to marketing, let me just show you some example, right, of some of these businesses I spoke about. Let's look at Mama Esther's Catering. She organizes processes with checklists. She wants to cook rice and stew. She creates a checklist because each of her dish is a signature dish, right? So she creates a checklist on how to prepare that rice and stew. What kind of spice are you going to put in this stew? My rice will not have salt. I don't put salt in my rice, right? How do you parboil your rice? These are SOPs. These are processes that even if she's not around, some of her chef can take up this SOP and recreate it exactly. Mama Esther will cook that food, so that the customers that come into that restaurant, they'll come to eat, will not say, oh no, this food is different today. What happened? There's too much salt, or there's too much maggi, or there's too much oil. So that is what the business process I was talking about. This is how you create it. Now, another one is hairstylist using booking system. Instead of you to say, come by 12 to call, let me see, you have in your WhatsApp, maybe you have a WhatsApp channel or WhatsApp business group where you communicate your clients. You can create a simple Google form, book their appointment, or create a simple calendar checklist with your Google, book their appointments, send them reminders, tell them, okay, this is the guidelines. When you come, you meet our customer service. But there's a salon I went to here in Abuja, and oh my God, I was blown away. That woman has she has about 3 staff, right, in a market. But the way she designed her shop, from her ambience, the way the first staff will welcome you, the way they will give you tally, right? They will give you tally, maybe number 1, number 2, number 3 to 10. They will tell you, ma, we're going to finish your hair in 2.5 hours. And believe you me, that 2.5 hours, if they say 2 people will finish that hair, they will finish that hair by 2.5 hours. So if she tells you to come, if she gives you a tag and tells you to come by 12, that they will start your hair by 12, just be there by 11:45 or 11:50. And once it's that 12 o'clock, they will start your hair. That is what booking system is all about. She's not even doing it electronically. She's doing it manually. But this is someone that's an illiterate, but she has that wisdom to structure her salon that way. And everything is organized, right? She doesn't disappoint, or you don't go there and start waiting for maybe extra 2 hours before they start making your hair. So that is how, as a business, you need to start looking at these processes and how you're going to structure your business in operations. Then let me use myself as a program manager. I manage projects in my organization and manage a lot of programs in my organization, and I manage SMEs. This year, for instance, now I have created a program calendar, all our programs for next year, high impact programs. I have created an SOP. Who do I need to sponsor my programs next year? Who do I need to write a letter? Who do I need to collaborate with? What partners are we going to look at? What do we have for our entrepreneurial community, right, next year? What kind of events, what kind of conference are we going to host? These are what I used to structure my program, and I used to also disseminate the structure as the head of organization to tell my team members that this is what we are, this is how we're going, this next year going to look. We have a visioning retreat. This is how next year for this organization, this is how it's going to run, right? So you need to start working towards that. Then we also look at, let me ask you, let me do some icebreaker here. I want to ask you to describe your business as a person. So if your business was a woman, what kind of woman would your business be? Serious and strict, funny and playful, prayerful, classy, or no nonsense auntie? I want to see comments. If your business was a woman, what kind of woman we should be? I want to see your comments. If your business was a woman, okay, let me see the comment section. Classy. Oh, good. Blessing said classy. What else? What else? Only Blessing said classy. Okay, so let's move on. So at this junction, we have come to the end of this section of the branding and operations section. And I said branding is your identity, your marketing is your visibility, and operation is your sustainability. Now let's go to what marketing is. Marketing, there are different kinds of marketing, right? Let me open this slide to see if it's going to come up. Okay. Can you see my slide?
Yes, ma'am, we can see your slide.
Okay, thank you. So marketing means telling the right story to the right people at the right time. That's all. You cannot sell your story to the wrong audience. If you tell your story to the wrong audience, you won't get anything, because one, they don't understand you, they don't resonate with what you're saying, right? And they don't believe in what you're saying. So whatever product you're selling to the wrong audience through telling your story, it will not sell. And there's a time also for telling your story. That is why now social media, we look at the way social media is structured. If you want to really position yourself or get traction on your post on social media, you have to look at early mornings, maybe between the hours of 5:30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within that period, people are maybe in the morning, they are trying to see what's the news, what's up, what's happening. Once it's 10 o'clock, the visibility and the traction start getting lower, right? In the afternoon, everybody has gone out for their daily bread. Nobody, or unless those that are not really working. But majority of your people that want to pay attention to your story have really gone out for their daily bread. Then in the evening, towards 7, 8, 9, people are back in their homes. They're just relaxing. They are just scrolling through social media and all that. So now, marketing means that you need to know when to tell your story, know the people you tell your story, and know the time for you to tell your story. Now, there are 4 simple strategies for SMEs in marketing. Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg. He has given us Facebook, social media. He has given us Instagram, WhatsApp. He has given us what is again? What is the name of this other of his app? Right? So if you are a business person, you have to have a WhatsApp funnel for every business where you have a group of people that you can tell about what you do in your business, whether you're doing a service or you're doing a product. Now, Instagram, you need to tell your story. You need to come out, make videos, make it sound authentic, make it sound real. Show yourself. Most times you have to be vulnerable for people to believe you, because people can spot when a business is not genuine. Then we have also referral system. Referral system is, you have come to me, I've bought a product from you, your product is good. Maybe you're selling hair and your hair is beautiful and it lasts. That's lasted me. I can refer somebody, that lady, she sells hair on Instagram, check out her page, right? That is your reward for repeat customers. They have partnership marketing, whereby you need to talk about people. You have to do a collaboration with maybe another hair brand or someone that makes that import from China or something like that, for you to have a collaboration to meet the right people. So collaboration means you are tapping into that person's audience, right? So let's look at different kinds of marketing. In this, for this session, there are almost 9 types of marketing, but I'm going to limit it to 2 in this section because of time. So I'm going to talk about perception marketing and scripted marketing. Please, I want every one of us to pay attention, because this marketing is something that is dear to me, and what I'm going to share with you, I have implemented it. I have shown that this strategy to our entrepreneurs in our community, and they have implemented it in their business and they've seen results. So you know that marketing is the life wire of a business. Every business, whether service-based or product-based, if you don't know how to market it, that business is good as dead. No matter how good your branding is, no matter how good your packaging is, no matter how good your operation is, if your marketing is not on top, forget it. That is why you see bank. Go to banks now. People that earn or people that get promoted in banking industry are the marketers. Look at the bank MDs, the GMDs, maybe the regional managers. All of them are from the marketing department, because what? They go and sell the bank products to customers outside. So if you are, like, I worked in the banking system for some few years, I noticed this trend. Someone that came into maybe level 12 or level 8, we call it level 8 as at then, and you are placed in maybe she's a cash teller and I'm in marketing department. If I bring in billions for the bank as deposits or investment during our monthly PR meeting, that NPR meeting, they will applaud me more than her, because she's just there collecting cash. And if they're going to rate promotion, at the end of the day, I will get promoted more than her, before her. So in essence, what I'm trying to say, that marketing is the life wire of an organization or a business. So let's look at different in this mode, we're going to look at definition and key concepts of marketing. We're going to look at current statistics and trends. We're also going to look at case studies and examples. So marketing means your brand plus your strategy and action. And marketing also means how people feel about your brand, perception, and your brand image. That's why I titled this perception marketing. So you may perceive, I might come to sell a wig. The way I presented this wig for you, if you guys are one of you, maybe your friend might say, I don't like her wig. I don't like the way she spoke to me. And you yourself may see differently. Oh, but she spoke nice. She didn't sound rude. That's what perception means. So marketing is very, very dicey. People don't understand that when you're marketing, you need to gain audience perception. The audience perception will help you tone or shape your marketing statement or your marketing value systems. So let's look at what perception marketing is. Perception marketing focuses on influencing how your consumers perceive a brand, a product, or service. It involves creating and managing a positive image to align with consumer expectation and values. So this is the definition of perception marketing. So it's how your consumers perceive your brand, right? So now the brand image here means the overall impression consumers have about the brand. The positioning means strategically placing a brand in the consumer's mind. Differentiation means you're making a brand stand out from competition. So if you're writing, for instance, they will ask you, what's your differentiation model? A new business coming into the market, they'll call you, this is a disruptor. The person came into market and have a strategic way of positioning he himself or herself in the market and can start competing with industry leaders, right? That's the meaning of differentiation. There was something different about this brand. Consistency means ensuring all brand messages and experiences are uniform. Then emotional connection, which is very, very key. Building a relationship with consumers that goes beyond the product. So when you are doing marketing, make sure all these are part of your marketing strategy or your marketing script, or how you're going to package your product or your service. So you need to have your brand, have the brand image, you need to have your positioning, you need to have your differentiation, you need to also understand your consistency and emotional connection. Now, let's look at current statistics and trend. Statistics says that 70% of consumers, right, base their purchasing decision on brand perception rather than actual products. I hope can anybody agree with me? 70% of consumers base their purchasing decision on brand perception rather than actual products. Now I'm going to make a clear case example, a case study. Let's look at Apple iPhone. Do you feel that iPhone fall into the statistics? Please, I want an emoji. If you feel that Apple iPhones fall into the statistics, just send me an emoji. Let me know. If you feel that Apple iPhones fall into this statistics, just send me an emoji. Let me know, so I will know that, yes, that you understand what I'm saying. Because most people buy Apple iPhone because of luxury, right? Because of, I want to be like, if I'm holding an Apple iPhone 17 now, oh my God, there's a way you look at me, there's a way you start rating me like, this lady is not a small lady. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So that is what this statistic is based on. Now, let's look at, can you hear me?
Almost off. I thought it even off before I come out.
Hello, someone is speaking. Okay, so hello?
Yes, ma'am, please, you can proceed. I've muted them.
Okay. So 50% of consumers, right, buy based of positive brand image. And Apple still falls into this rate. I'm using Apple as a case study in this. Because what? They retain customers. Everybody's waiting for the latest Apple phone, right? No matter, even if iPhone 18 comes out next year, people have what? Pre-ordered down already. 50%. Why 90% is influence of reviews? Consumers read online reviews before making a purchase. So now, Apple, everybody knows what Apple is the rave of when it comes to good phones in the world, either Apple or Samsung. These are the two top phones that you are buying a phone, you are buying a good phone because of reviews. A lot of influencers that they're influencing for them, right? So you need to understand this. If you are a small business or you're a businesswoman starting up, look at your industry statistics. Why do people perceive? How would I want people to perceive my brand or my product or my service? Now let's look at trends. One, I'm still using Apple as a case study. Authenticity and transparency. Consumers prefer brands that are honest and transparent about their practices. I remember there's a time Apple made a mistake with their IUX model. I think that was 5 years ago. They came out and they apologized. And that built trust for them rather. They came out and apologized. Their user interface was flawed. I think something hacked that user interface. That was 5 years ago. They came out and apologized. Now, also look at personalization. Customized marketing, messages and experiences are highly valued. This is a trend. We know that Apple customized marketing is luxury. That is, their phones are not cheap. Even Apple iPhone 11 is not cheap. iPhone 12 is not cheap. iPhone 13 is not cheap, right? You can't compare it to some other phone like Techno and all that. Now, sustainability, eco-friendly practices and products are increasingly influencing customer perception. So you need to look at all these trends that I'm talking about. Then digital presence. Apple have a strong online presence and engagement. So once, as a brand, you need to look at my trend is going by the trend. Is my brand authentic and transparent? Does it have a personality? Is there a customized marketing that can make my brand stand out? Is it sustainable? Is it green and economy friendly? I hope your product does not cause environmental hazard or harmful environmental hazard to people. And what kind of eco-friendly practice are you going to start to get your kind of consumers? Then influencers marketing also. You need to start collaborating with people that can help you shape your brand perception. And I'm very, very particular about collaboration. Do not just go and start collaborating with influencers because it has large following. An influencer might have a large following, but may not necessarily or positively influence your brand. You can pay money for collaboration. At the end of the day, you might not get customers. So you need to be very particular, be careful about the kind of influencer you are kind of going for collaboration with. Then you also have digital presence. How strong are you online? You can see that a lot of physical shops, especially now, are transitioning into online space. So you need to have a strong physical presence. You need to have a strong social media manager that's very, very good, strong content creator that can give out great content about your product and services. Then also, let's look at the next slide. Like I said, I use Apple as a case study, and they tick all this. This is their logo. Think different. Brand image. Apple is perceived as innovative, high quality, and premium brand. Simple, and that's on period, right? Strategies used. They are very consistent in messaging and visual identity. They focus on sleek, user-friendly design. As a business analyst, when I was designing, last year we're trying to design an interface, a social media interface for a company that's based in UK. We were focused on consumers. We did a lot of surveys, because any product that you are bringing out now must not be about you as a company. It's about your consumer. Is it consumer friendly? Is it user friendly? Does consumer enjoy it? Because they are not even your board of directors or your stakeholders. Your consumers or your customers are your number one stakeholders in any organization. Once they start boycotting your products or services, that's the end. Apple have strong emotional connection through aspirational advertising, right? Think different. Apple makes you, through the founder, when you go through Apple's company, the founders, Steve Jobs, how he overcome adversity, how he dropped out of university, how he even left Apple and came back and all that, you now start having that ideology mindset. So that inspiration, okay, if Apple can do it, I can do it. Now, what is their result? Their result is high brand loyalty and customer satisfaction. Ability to command premium prices. Oh my God, this one is killing me. Ability to command premium prices for products, right? Even when they went to China to go and mimic what they call it, to go and start trying to duplicate Apple, it was not like Apple. So they are standing at the top. That they have carved a niche for them. They don't cater to maybe small-minded people. No, they are premium. So it's a premium brand. Another case study I would like to show you is Dove. Let's look at Dove. Everybody knows Dove. Dove is Unilever, right? Now, Dove is I think for those of us that use for those people that use Dove, I don't use Dove, but it's a very good brand. I use one of their products. And Dove is a powerful brand. Dove soap, Dove, I think they have their roll-on now, and they also have their body spray, right? It's a skincare brand that promotes beauty and self-confidence. When you look at their adverts, you see that ladies that are looking so beautiful, they're looking so confident, the way they move their body, it showcases real women. This is what Dove means, and everybody buys it. It's affordable, really affordable, right? It has emotional connection with the consumers, because I know that their soap is mild, is gentle, it has nice fragrance, right? When you use it, it's milky kind of. So you need to. These are what they use in standing out of their own niche, and the strategy they use is real body campaign featuring diverse and real women. It promotes self-confidence. Oh, I have 12 more minutes. All right, fine. And also the results. It's increased brand trust and loyalty. Then let me quickly rush down. Then I also have Tesla. Tesla is everyone know what Tesla is, right? So Tesla is perceived as a cutting-edge, eco-friendly, and high-performance brand. It's an electric car. And by Elon Musk, it influences public. He came in and everybody, just disrupted the market. So the strategy he used was he emphasizing on sustainability and innovation. He has strong social media presence and direct engagement with consumers. And of course, the high-profile CEO like Elon Musk is one of the richest men in the world, of course. So he's going to drive that brand. What's the result of this marketing was strong brand advocacy and loyalty, dominance in electric vehicle management. So I'll conclude on this section. I still have 12 more minutes, so I can still run through the last slide. This section is going to just summarize the summary of this key point of perception marketing, that it focuses on shaping how consumers view your brand. Critical elements include your brand image, positioning, differentiation, consistency, and emotional connection. Then current trends emphasize authenticity, personalization, sustainability, influencer marketing, and a strong digital presence. And one thing about perception marketing is it has a future outlook of continued importance of maintaining a positive brand image in a competitive market. So that's for the perception marketing. Let's look at scripted marketing. I said I was going to talk about scripted marketing. Let me see, it's going to open. How many more minutes do I have? Please, how many more minutes do I have? Let me know so that I can know how I'm going to.
9 more minutes, ma.
Oh, okay, fine. I can run through that. All right. So scripted marketing, why it matters.
9 more minutes, ma. Thank you.
Okay, so let me see if it's trying to open. Okay. So scripted marketing, unlike perception marketing, this is a marketing whereby you write content. It's like writing a perfect market script, right? For a movie. So your business here is your star. You write a content script, how you want to project your product or your services. It's something that you can make your message clear and compelling. So I did an analogy of writing a movie script, right? It's like rehearsing your lines before a school play. You want to get it just right so everyone understands and remembers your message. So in a nutshell, scripted marketing ensures that your brand's message is always on point, just like when you rehearsed your own part of script before delivering a performance. Now, why scripted marketing matters, why you should care. So if you're baking a cake, for instance, right, you need to start asking how I'm going to make my cake to be sweet. What kind of recipe I'm going to use. That's what scripted marketing is. So it's like having that recipe that keeps everything together. So all your scripted marketing must contain the right tone of message, the right tagline, business tagline, right? The right customers that will know you. You have to build trust that will lead to sales. So an example of this is Globacom, right? The example, they are the grandmasters of data. That's their script. They have cheap data that you can buy from. So that script is clear, catchy, and delivers on its promise. So scripted marketing makes your brand easy to understand and hard to forget. And also, how do you brand your script? Now, your script is all about you, your personality, what you stand for, your mission and values, what you offer, your product or services. Let's look at Indomie. Their script is all about family convenience. 2 minutes noodles, 5 minutes noodles, right? And delicious meals that everyone loves. So they have kept it simple and consistent. So when you think of quick meal, you think of Indomie. When you come back and you're tired, instead of me cooking rice or stressing myself in the kitchen, I just make a 2 packets of noodles and I'm done. Within 10-15 minutes, I'm done. I've eaten, I've gone to bed. So your scripted, they kept it simple, clear, and true to who they are. So you need to look at your personality, your brand personality, your values and mission in writing your scripted marketing. Maybe I can share this slides if time may not permit me, because I'm trying to rush through this. Then let's look at another example of Indomie in Nigerian market is Airtel. Data is life. So their own focus is on connectivity and the idea that having data is essential for modern lives. And also GT Bank, or wouldn't you rather bank with us? That script emphasize ease, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. So as a business person, what is your script? What is that message that people remember you for as a business owner? How do you turn your script into sales? So your script must guide customers through their journey from discovery to purchase. Example is Jumia. Jumia is everyday essentials delivered fast. So that script shows clear action, making it easy for customers to click and buy. So once you go on Jumia and shop, they will tell you the number of days they will deliver, and they will just deliver it. Even sometimes they deliver it before the delivery time. So it's not about sounding good, it's about making money. So as you are writing your script as a business person, you need to make it a script that will generate sales for you and that will lead to action. So your script is not about your today's sales, it's about building a brand that lasts. That is why scripted marketing and brand impact goes hand in hand. So if you have a consistent script, it helps create loyalty in the minds of your customers and they keep coming back. Let's look, for instance, OPay. OPay has a script that is focused on easy, fast, and reliable financial services. If you are transferring money from OPay to OPay, within 1 second, someone has received an alert. If you are sending OPay to another bank, between 2 seconds or 5 minutes, the alert has not like maybe you are sending from Access to GT, and before you know it, servicing, you will not see an alert, or they might debit you, they won't credit you without having all those back and forth issues. That is what OPay use. Their own is they look at their service, easy, fast, and reliable financial services. So this key is to keep your scripts consistent across your marketing channels. That is your social media, ads, your customer service, everything. And that's how you create a lasting script. So I think finally I've made it before. So I think I've come to the end of today's session. I'm glad that we're able to gain something. I'm available to kind of here to talk about. If you have any questions, let me know and I will explain further. Thank you everyone for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing. Ladies, can we show our dear mentor Florence some love? I want to see those emojis coming. Thank you so much, Ma. We are super, super grateful for your presence tonight. So if you have a question, kindly start bring it up on the chat box. If you also want to ask it directly, you can raise to ask your question. We have just 5 minutes for question for this first session before we move on to the second phase of tonight's session. If you have a question, I'm sure we have business people right here in the call, on the call rather. We have business people join us already. So ask those questions, those things that have been disturbing you about branding, how to really differentiate what you are doing. A whole lot of things have been said tonight, and I'm sure that our mentor will share the slide with us so that we can go over them over and over again. So if you have a question, please go on and ask. Okay, ma, while we wait for people to come up with their question, I have a question here that was sent earlier. Someone is asking that in terms of marketing, like budgeting, marketing budget, what of a case where the budget is very small, what are the top three things to prioritize?
Okay, so when you're creating your marketing budget, you ask, first of all, create a survey. What do I want to gain from this marketing? For instance, I want to create a social media budget for my product. How much click, how much views will I get that will convert my potential leads into actual buying customers? That will give you an idea of how much you're going to make. Prioritize it. If you're going to, like, I'm using social media because, of course, a lot of businesses do a lot of social media ad. You now prioritize, like, for instance, as a program manager, whenever we are trying to host a program, I'm trying to create sponsored ad for program for people to maybe come into our program that we're organizing, and I create a marketing budget. I look at my social media ad takes the highest budget. My social media ads take the highest budget. We really do not do, in our organization, we really do not do flyers. We hardly do flyers because as an organization, we don't really do flyers. So we focus more on tech. Then email marketing. After social media, that's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, we now have email marketing. So you're taking social media, email marketing, then you can influencer. If you want to collaborate with influencer, those influencers are just, for me, I believe in showing off my authentic self, showing up my thought leadership, showing myself, be more visible, because I've had experience with influencers that wanted to market one of my services that we are doing, and sincerely, it did not cut. And we paid a lot of money for that to that influencers, and she didn't deliver. And at the end of the day, they will tell you caveat, and can give you a caveat that is, if their job is to help you post it on their platform, your job is to convert it. So all those back and forth is not really it doesn't really cut for me. So what I do is I focus on high target. Look at where my audience is. For instance, we are organizing a conference, a tax-paying conference. Who are my target audience, right? I want them to come for this conference. I go to where I know that in LinkedIn, I have a lot of people that are professional, and they want to know what's happening in new tax law that's going to come up for businesses. I do a LinkedIn ad, or I collaborate with somebody that is in that space. I come to Instagram. I look at where Nigeria is. Look at my demographics. Excuse me. Where can I get the highest audience here? I place my ads there. It will help me to have a structure marketing budget. So my social media ads might take maybe 50% of the marketing budget. Then the email marketing might take maybe 35 or 30. Then maybe influencers can just take 20 or 10%. So that's how I structure my marketing. Hope it helps.
Wow, that's super amazing. Thank you so much, ma, for that response. Okay, ladies, do we have anyone who wants to ask?
Okay, so Rema is asking a business that has
been. End of this first segment.
There's a question here. Rema, she's asking a business that has been on for a while and is suddenly struggling, say a school. How can that be worked on? What happened? First of all, you ask yourself, do a personal introspective on what happened to that business. Why did it start struggling? Something was wrong. There's an internal process that was flawed. Check your operations, check your SOPs, Check how you handle your parent. If it's a school, your teachers, how are they? Are they nice to the children? How do they take care of these children? Right? Check out if I'm talking about a school, maybe private school. What did you do? What was in the internal process? Then check out the environment. Who is the new competitor around you? What are they doing that you can improve? So you have to go from inside out. I hope that helps, Rema. Okay. Thank you everyone for having me.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma. We are super, super grateful. Ladies, can we show her some love? Thank you so much, Ma. We are super, super grateful. I want to be sure, or rather, I'm even sure that we've learned one or two things that we are going to get to practice immediately. Like I've been emphasizing from the beginning of this entire mentorship session, do not just listen, do not just come here and hear what we are saying. Ensure you get to work. I need to ensure that I get to work. All right, so quickly we'll be moving on to the next phase of today's session. We'll be moving on to the next phase of today's session, and we'll be calling up the next mentor, our dear mentor Gladys. We are super grateful you can hear me.
Hello.
So good evening. Okay, good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
You're welcome. We are super grateful that you are here with us tonight, and we are excited about what we are about to learn from you. Ladies, can we show our mentor some love? You're welcome, Ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My connection is unstable. Okay, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here, and can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Loud
Hello?
and clear.
Okay. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much, my sister Patience, for inviting me to be part of this. It's been amazing. I've been listening to our mentor Florence, and I really learned a lot, even as a business person. Thank you so much, Ma. That was a wonderful one. I took some notes, and I hope I'll go through it and learn to do my business better. So thank you so much. So I don't know, I shared my slide with Patience earlier on. I don't know if she has it, or I should just share my own now.
Yes, please kindly go on and share it from your end. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Can you see this?
Yes, Ma, we can see your screen.
Okay. So Mentor Florence has already said so much, and I feel like there is there is just little to add, you know. So I'm going to be adding the little that I can, because even if I don't share much tonight, we already have a lot on to take home with us today. So okay, so my name is Gladys, and I'm a farmer. So, but even though I'm a farmer, I have experience in other form of business as well, and I'll be sharing a bit of it as we go on. but farming is a business. And I'll try not to streamline this to just farming, but general business as well. Okay, so business growth. Okay. So the objectives, what we're going to be looking at the end of the day, the participants should understand the following: what is entrepreneurship, the foundation mindset. So some people go into entrepreneurship or into business with the survivor mindset or with growth mindset. We are going to be taking a look at it, at the different mindsets we have here. It's okay to start with survivor mindset, but for your business to grow, you have to start shifting your mind to the growth mindset so that you can expand and not remain small. We'll be briefly looking at vision and planning, your business roadmap, the finance and operation. We're going to be looking at brand and market. Mentor Florence already spoke about brand and market, so we just go through this as quickly as possible. And then we'll look at growth and sustainability, how to build your business to last. And then we'll be looking at the spiritual roadmap, how we can integrate faith into our business. So what is entrepreneurship? I just wrote something here, just a bit. Okay. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, ma, we can hear you.
Okay. So entrepreneurship is the process of identifying a problem or need and then creating a business to solve it, bearing the risk in the hope of making a profit. So every business starts or should start by finding a problem to solve. If your business is not solving a problem, then you may not get high patronage, or you may not even be able to make profit. So, for example, if you're living in a neighborhood where people prefer to drink bottled water, maybe the people living around that side, around that environment are middle-class people, and you are selling pure water there, you may not make much money because the problem in that area is not water per se. And even if it's water, is not pure water. So if you're selling pure water in that area, you're not going to make lots of profit. But let's say you live in an environment where most people drink pure water and you are approaching dry season.
It's either I forget the food or I don't like her.
So if you're solving, for example, if you're living in Gwagwalada and the area, Gwagwalada is hot naturally, and then you are entering into the dry season where people are going to be drinking more water because the weather becomes hot, and you are doing that kind of business here, you are solving a problem. A lot of people are going to be needing water to drink. As you are solving that problem, you make more profits, you sell to more people. So generally, your business should be addressing a problem. You don't just go into business because your friend is doing a particular business and you're like, oh, my friend is selling clothes, so let me sell clothes as well. Or I heard now that it's pastries that is giving people money, and then you not study your environment, the area you are living, or the place you want to set up your business, and you just be like, okay, let me just enter into selling of pastries as well. You will not make profit. So your business basically should solve a problem. Either you already have a business or you want to go into business. The first thing is, what is the problem in your environment. After knowing the problem in your environment, how can I solve it? That is the solution. You find a solution to that problem, you add value to it, and then you are in business. You don't just wake up one day and you be like, you know what, let me just start business, and without researching, without going to the market to find out, or without asking people around, or without observing what the problem is, and you just go into business, you are not going to make profit. So I spoke earlier about the mindset, how people go into business. So basically, people enter into business with two mindsets, or most people start their businesses with the survivor mindset. But it is expected of you that after a while, you should grow into the success mindset or the growth mindset. So what is a core driver for most people that go into business? For survivor mindset is fear, is scarcity, avoidance of pain or loss. So for example, you want to go into business, maybe there is a program happening for people that live around after Maraba massacre area, there's this area that they call Goshen. I don't know if the people online will relate with this, but Goshen is at Altaba Alif. It's close to where the Living Faith Church is, and then every time that is time for Shiloh, we have lots of people that come there. I used to live around that area. So when people begin to come for Shiloh and the other program done by Redeem towards the end of the year, a lot of businesses just come up. People begin to cook there. People begin to sell drinks. People begin to do a lot. At that particular time, people there is a lot of demand. There's scarcity of some resources at that time. So everyone like, okay, let me just start a cooking business. Let me just start a drink business. Instead of maybe just doing it for like a week where those people are around, you just feel that, okay, this is what I want to base my business on. And then you go there, you rent a big shop, you fill it up, and then you just begin to do your business there. And after 1 week, you are no longer having customers. You begin to struggle to even pay the shop rent. But if you are having growth mindset, you are curious. Okay, so this thing happens once in a while. Instead of just selling food or drinks when people are there, should I also add maybe along the side? Maybe I should add a POS business, or maybe I should add another kind of business, maybe a tailoring shop just beside it, so that when it's season for scarcity, people will buy, but immediately that season is going, I'll still have something around the area there that can still fetch me money, that can keep me in business, and I'll be able to pay for my shop. So your purpose as well. Most people that succeed in business, they go with purpose. For me, I'm a farmer, and I started professionally farming like 8 years ago. I'll say professionally because when we were much younger, we go to the village to farm with my grandmother. And I just love the farming that we go there to do, because after we work, our grandmother will always give us either cricket, or she'll give us more money to buy something when we are coming back. So we enjoyed it. So that was just the foundation. But as I kept growing, I realized that my mind is on farming, and I feel that I was called to be a farmer. Like, part of my purpose is to be a farmer. So I started by studying an agric-related course. After I graduated, I started working. First of all, I started an internship. The first month was free. The second month, they paid me a little. And then by the third month, I was employed full-time. So yeah, for you to grow in business, it should be something that you feel this is your purpose. It should be something that you have flair for, something you can do naturally, where those kind of business, even when everything is not going on smoothly, you are still like, this is my vision. I feel this is my purpose. This is what I love to do. This is me. So you survive more in that business. Then the underlying question, most people that enter business in survival with survivor mindset, just can I do it? Yeah, I can do it. Let me just enter into without proper planning. But if you are going with a growth mindset, you calm down. How can I do this? For example, when I was still working with other farms, I started Etema Farms like 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, but before then, I've been working with different companies, with different farms for like 5 years. Before I finally told myself that I was going to start my own business, it took me a while. I sat down, I took paper and pen. How will I start this thing? Because as I'm leaving this place, I do not have a land. I do not have money to even put up structure, but how am I going to do it? So after thinking and planning, I told myself I was going to start with aggregation first. So, and that is how I began. I started with aggregation because I didn't need much money. I already knew some farms working for the period of working 5 years. So those farms are like, okay, you know me very well. Can you give me like 50 kg of cucumber, 100 kg of tomatoes? I have customers that want to buy. So I take from this farm, I sell to the customers, and then I make a little profit that will be able to carry me for the next market. And then I pay the farm back their money. So that is how I started. And about 3 years down the line now, we have almost an acre of land. We have some structures and business is growing. So yes, before you start any business, you also have to sit down and plan. How can you do this? How will you be able to do this? And then for survivor mindset, every challenge that comes is like a threat. Oh my God, oh, this thing is happening this way. What will we do now? Are you sure this is not a sign for us to stop? Are you sure this thing is too much? We cannot handle it. But if you have a growth mindset, you calm down and see every challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. When we started farming, I think early this year, we started growing a new plant that we're not very conversant with, and then we added fertilizer to the plant. The fertilizer we added was obviously more, and within 3 days, this plant that has grown to a certain level, almost to flowering stage, everything died. Like we are talking about like 500 to about 1,000 plants died. The seeds are expensive, the process of growing it, and we're like, God, what happened? How did this happen? What can we do? What can we do? And these are not crops that were easily or readily available within Nigeria that we could figure out or ask somebody. The first one died. The second time we did again, after about 1 month, we decided to give fertilizer. We didn't give so much like the first one, but somehow some of the plants died. So instead of maybe 500 or 1,000 dying, we lost about 300 and about that figure. And then we were like, okay, it is well. We felt sad for a while, but the third time we got it perfectly and everything started working. So yes, for you to grow, you have to see challenges as opportunities to learn, not the one that you know that this one is a challenge, you can avoid it, but you'll be like, no, I want to learn, so let me just choke my head. Yours might be that maybe you are making pastries, or is a POS business, or is whatever business, but every challenges that come, instead of you to just give up or feel too hopeless and helpless, look at it like you are learning. Like, oh, it's just me learning something new, and document everything so that you actually learn from that challenge and then you don't repeat it anymore. So response to failure and setback. For survivor mindset, be like, oh, this is to show that, you see, we don't even know this thing. Why should we continue, just still being pessimistic. But the growth mindset, like you write down, okay, what really happened? How did we get here? And how can we move forward? And more on how to to establish your business and how to grow in it over a long period of time to to have a business that will last even longer than you. Like our first mentor spoke to us about, she was talking about legacy. For you to have a business that will grow beyond you, that even when you are no longer there in the next 20, 50, 60, 100 years, at least you still have people that will stand in line, maybe your children, maybe your business partners or the managers or anybody who is there. You have to sit down and plan very well and have a vision. So these are some of the questions you ask yourself. What is the purpose? Why do I exist? What is that thing that I feel that I was called to do? Am I really called to be a fashion designer? Am I really called to be a business person, to sell clothes, to sell shoes? Is this what I really want? If you're able to ask yourself, what business do I naturally gravitate towards? What business do I think I can do very well? If you're able to ask that question, your business will live longer and even and outlive you. You'll be able to leave a legacy, especially if you have good hands working with you. What's the vision? What you aim to achieve, your ambition, future goals, the change you want to create. So for me, one of the things that inspired me into farming was that I want to produce food that is healthy, that is free from chemicals. Even if I'm going to be using some inorganic stuff, I will use maybe like I'm going to use like an inorganic pesticide. I will make sure that I read on the bottle from the producer that, okay, this plant must not be harvested for the next 2 weeks, for the next 5 days, or for the next 3 weeks. I make sure that I not only exceed that number of days, but I add extra to ensure that all the chemical have left the food. And no matter how much my customer wants a product, once we've sprayed it and you say, oh, we want extra kgs, 100 kg of this, will be like, sorry, ma, sorry, sir, we already fumigated and we cannot give you. You have to wait for so and so time. So that's one of the reasons or the visions I have for going into farming, to ensure that the food I give out is quality and is safe and is, to the best of our ability, good enough for human consumption. So what is yours? What is that thing that you want to do in the kind of business that you are running currently or you want to go into? And then the mission, how you operate, your actionable plan to get there, what to do daily to fulfill your purpose and move towards your vision. And yeah, so this is also very important. If you're already into your business and you don't have all this listed out, one of the best ways that you can think as a business owner is bringing paper and pen and then writing out your thoughts. After you have done this, you can call up some friends also that you know in that area, or people in the line of that business, and speak to them. Oh, how do you handle this? How are you able to manage this? Having mentors, and that can also help. So one of the things that also help for your business to grow is business planning basics, like your business plan. You know, I was talking to a friend recently. Are you with me? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Loud and clear, ma. We can hear you. We are here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
So, okay. So I was discussing with a friend of mine. I was like, do you know that I didn't start my business with writing a business plan and all that? He now said, yeah, but I already knew what I wanted to do. Like, I already have the business plan in my head. It's just that it was not on paper. But I also see that you having a business plan written down, especially if you want to begin a business, no matter how small it is, even if your business is just going to, maybe the entire business you are starting is just going to be with 20,000 naira, it's good you write down your business plan. Writing down your business plan opens your eyes to some gray areas that you will not ordinarily think. And putting it on paper will always help you to run back to that paper to look at it to see if you are actually doing everything that you need to do well. So yeah, writing business plan starts with an executive or ends the summary with an executive summary. After you have written all this, then you write an executive summary just to summarize in case you want people to invest in your business and you are giving this business plan to somebody or even just for yourself. So that when you look at the executive summary, you are able to see at a glance what your business plan is all about. So your executive summary, this is the overview of the entire business plan, summarizes the problem, solution, market opportunity, the team that are going to help you to build this business, the finances or the money you need, the projected key outcomes. So yeah, that's for the executive summary. Then you have market analysis. The market analysis proves deep understanding of your industry, your target customers and competitors to validate your business opportunity. It demonstrates a real need or desire for your solution. So for example, I'm a farmer, so permit me to always use my farming experience to explain this to you. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, so for example, before I started, I just carried paper and pen. So now I am going to be standing on my own. I'm going to start this business. Definitely, I already knew it was going to be the agro business. So who were my target customers? So I'm starting, I do not have a farm yet. So who are my target customers? I know I needed to visit maybe people in the supermarket. I know I couldn't go to ShopRite at that point because ShopRite buys in volume. So I may not be able to supply them in volume since I am not producing and since I do not have a large area. So I started targeting smaller shops, smaller malls that maybe will buy like 50 kg of cucumber and then sell it off within a week, and then I could go back to them again. I started targeting high-end restaurants, that were within my reach. And then I started also looking at people that are also selling. They are also middle persons, but they may not have access to maybe the kind of tomatoes like beef tomatoes that they want because they don't know where they are selling. But me that have been in this industry for a while, I know the nooks and crannies of getting it. So I listed out my target customers, and I also knew my competitors. My competitors would be farmers or farms are already producing large quantities or other aggregators. So I was able to know, okay, this is what I will do, this is what I will do, this is what I will do. By the time you've planned on paper, it enters your head, and before you know, you are able to execute it one after the other. So your marketing plan, this outlines how you will reach your target customers, communicate your value, and drive sales, defines your key performance indicators, your KPIs, your marketing means, what product, at what price, at what place are you going to be selling, and how are you going to be doing your promotion or advert, and then your budget and timeline. This budget is very important. So even before going into the business, you just budget that every month. By the time I spend like 200,000 naira to buy all these items that I am going to be supplying, I am expected that from 200,000, I should be making like 400,000. And then you write it down, break it down. So even if you feel it's not, you are projecting it, even if you feel that this might not be what will come out, the fact that you have your expenditure and your expected expenditure and income at the end of the month, you can compare it and see that, okay, this month I even exceeded what I thought I was going to get, or I went below it. What can I do to reach this, or should I set new goals? So goal setting will also help you to grow in your business from long-term to smart goals. So the long-term goals are the ones like, okay, in the next 3 years, I don't know which business that we are already into. can I hear from maybe one or two persons the kind of business we are doing currently so that I'll use that as an example? Are we together?
Yes,
Are we
ma'am.
together?
Yeah, ladies, please let's make use of the chat box. Come on, talk
Oh,
about your business now. You don't know whether this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. So use the chat box. We are waiting for your responses.
okay. So let's take, for example, um, somebody wants to sell clothes, ready to wear clothes. So ready to wear clothes, what are your long-term goals? From 3 years to 10 years and ahead, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself with the clothes? Are you going to start by collecting clothes, or maybe the tailor behind your house will just be sewing tops for you and then you'll be selling to customers? But in the next 5 to 10 years, you want to be traveling to Dubai or where they sell fine clothes like the UK and start selling. Would that be your long-term goal? What's your short-term goal? A day up to 2 years. So now that you do not have maybe the resources to travel abroad to buy Turkey clothes, what are you going to be doing at the moment? After buying from the guy behind your house, are you going to still see how to buy from somebody that stays in that is selling in Wuse or other parts? What are your specific um, smart goals, like target a precise area for improvement? What exactly do I want to achieve? Who are the people you are going to sell to? Provide direction. Another long-term goal, you provide direction, purpose, and motivation for the big picture. For short goals, you create momentum, build habits. Are we together?
Yes, we are together, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So basically, you go through your long-term goals. What are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? And what are the smart goals that you hope to achieve for your business? So financial literacy, know your numbers. This is very important. No matter the business you are doing, it's very important for you to know your numbers. So how much are you earning from your business currently? So if your business, for example, maybe you are just making in a month, or you want to check it weekly, how much are you making? Is it what you are selling, or what you are producing? How much is the money you're making? Is it 200,000 naira? Out of this 200,000 naira per month, for example, how much is it costing you to run the business for this 1 month? How much are you paying on logistics? How much are you paying the people that are working with you, either your full-time staff or your part-time staff? Which percentage of revenue is left as profit after you have removed your expenses? The net amount of cash moving in and out of your business. It will surprise you that when you sit down and you are able to find all this and write it down, it will help you to know what next to do. If you are making too little profit, it will push you to think, how do I make more profit? If you are making good profits already, it will push you, how do I make more money? If your cost of operation or expenses is too much, you will sit down and begin to ask yourself, how can we reduce our expenses so that our profit will be higher? So these are questions that you need to ask yourself, and this will not be possible if you are not keeping records. So record keeping in whatever kind of business you are doing is very, very important. So every day, whatever you are selling or whatever you are producing, it will help you if you keep constant records, so that at the end of the month, you'll be able to sit down and have a meeting with yourself if you are the only person in the business, or have a meeting with your team if you have other people in the business, and then you discuss the way forward. So budgeting and funding, this will also help you to go far, to grow in your business. We already spoke about budgeting, that if you are able to budget, sometimes, budget is like forecast. the strategic allocation of the business financial resources through forward-looking forecasts, ensuring operational expenditures align with strategic milestones. So when you write your budget at the end of the day, you take a look at it. Did you exceed the budget? Did you go below it? It will also help you to grow in your business. And then your funding options as well. Where are you getting the money from? If you want to begin your business, these are some of the questions you ask yourself. If you're already in the business and you want to grow, these are also things you need to look into very well. Your angel investment, wealthy individuals who invest their own money in the early stage of your companies for equity. So for example, you need to buy a particular machine. Let's say you are into processing of fish. You buy fresh fish and then you dry them, and maybe you need a dehydrator, and the dehydrator is like 4 million naira. You do not have 4 million naira, but you know some people that you can talk to that they can give you that 4 million naira. So they say, okay, I'll give you 4 million naira, but what am I getting in return? You can be like, okay, I own my business 100%. So I would like to give you, let's say 10% or 20% of my business, so that you give me this 4 million naira, I'll put into it. And I know that in the next 1 or 2 years, I'll make profits. And then, we can all benefit from it, or however you want to go about it. But you have to think about this and also write all of this down. You have venture capital, you have crowdfunding, you have grants and competitions. For grants and competition, I remember that some few months back, we had a training with Mentor Florence, where we were taught about grants and grant writing and how to assess them. So yeah, all these are very important, and it will not be possible if you are not keeping your records. So branding on a budget. I heard someone asking about if you want to advertise and you don't have so much money. So I hope this helps. It said branding on a budget. So what's your strategy? Clear, defined, authentic core message. What do you want to pass out there? It's like Mentor Florence already talked about when she was talking to us about the last topic she took. Your strategy should be clearly defined. It should be authentic, and your message should be like real. And then visual identity, consistent visibility built with affordable digital tools. So for example, if you are posting your business, let's say you sell perfumes, every day you keep posting it, even if it's on WhatsApp, you don't necessarily even need to go out if you don't have much money to do plenty adverts. So there is this thing that every time you think about perfume, you know somebody that is always posting about perfume on your WhatsApp chat or on your Facebook. Every day the person wakes, so maybe the person just posts a comedy video that will attract people to watch. And after that comedy video or comedy picture, the next thing there is buy your nice fragrance here. So anytime you are thinking about fragrance, that person comes to mind. And one day, even without knowing, you either recommend the person or you buy from the person, or you just find yourself calling the person, oh, I've been looking for a particular perfume. Do you have it? So visual identity, being consistent on posting your business or talking about your business will make people to identify you with that particular business. And when opportunities come, they will always call you for that business. And then awareness, organic growth through targeted community engagement and content leverage. So we also go to growth, compliance, and sustainability. This will also help us to grow in our business. So compliance, ensuring the business operates within legal and regulatory boundaries. For example, if you have a business and you really want to grow with it, you want to take it to the next level, you'll be considering either registering the business with CAC as a limited liability or just a business name. So this makes it legal. This will help you to be able to get fundings, and people that want to invest in your business, they'll believe in you more if it's registered. They'll be like, okay, this person is serious with the business. If you are going for limited liability, you know you may pay more and it takes more. But if you are going for a business name, it's much easier. So whichever you want, you can go for it. And then you can also register a business name and then eventually grow into a limited liability. So it's also good for you to identify the risk, identify and mitigate potential financial or operational and strategic threats to the business assets and earnings. So what are the potential things you may face in your business? For example, if you are sewing clothes, what if you cut the materials too small? What are you going to do? Like maybe you have already cut your customer's material and this thing is the cloth you have cut is so small that it will not enter the person. What are the things you are going to put to mitigate those kind of things from happening? If it ever happens, what are your plans on ground to be able to solve it? Are you going to buy more materials, or are you going to say, okay, I'm going to be forward thinking. Every material I get, I make sure that I measure the person and write the person's name very well so that we do not have that kind of mistake. And then sustainability creates long-term stakeholder value and ensure enduring corporate viability. So now this is the last topic, talking about from the topic I was given, I saw the part where we asked like, okay, you should talk about spirituality in your business. So I don't know. I know we have Christians and Muslim and maybe other religions here, but one thing is sure, for your business to grow, you have to add a bit of what you believe in, your spirituality, to your business so that it will grow well. So for example, what are your values as a person, or what values does your religion teach? Is it that could it be like truthfulness, like you do not lie? If you keep lying and posting your customers, oh, come today, I will have this, or come today, your clothes will be ready, or come today, this particular thing you are looking for will be ready, and they come, they are not seeing it, they may not stay. So including your values to your business will really help. Integrity, like, okay, no matter what, we are known for integrity. We are known for integrity. If we give you our awards, when you come, you meet us there, when you are adding your value, people begin to trust you. They will always come to you. We know how Nigerian tailors are. If they sew your clothes, if you give them materials to sew and they tell you, come back next week, Tuesday, by the time you go there next week, Tuesday, they'll just cut the cloth and keep it somewhere. But if you know that one tailor that tells you, come back next week, Tuesday, and you go, your cloth is ready. Anywhere you are, you want to send your clothes to that person. So what are your values? Include your values. Either it's honesty, either it's quality, either whatever it is, please include your value to your business so that you'll be known for it. And of course, prayer and reflection is very, very important. Before you even choose a particular business, you have to speak, pray about it. For me, for example, I'm a Christian, so part of what I want, okay, I prayed, God, I want to go into farming, and these are my ideas. This is what I want to do. I want to start Etema Farms. I want to do this. Please teach me how to go about it. Of course, I pray about it, and then I sit down to think about it. And I've been seeing the help of God, because strength and knowledge and the little finances you have, even if you have much money, it's not going to help you alone. You still need the help of God. So prayers is very important. Every day you wake up, you pray about your business. Those little prayers go a long way to help your business. And then service to humanity. Service to humanity. So for example, in our farm, at certain intervals, at harvest times, or whenever we have products on ground, we try to visit the orphanage close to us. We take things there for them, and then sometimes we organize free training for the people living around us, so that they can come and learn, like We did sack training for some sack farming for yam. We did that for some people, and this year we are seeing that they've harvested their yams. We even just today, we sent about almost 20 tubers of yam to somebody. We taught her how to do sack farming, and she said, okay, get 20 yam seeds for us, and then we'll come and pick it up. We kept it on the farm and she didn't come. And we just said, okay, don't worry, we'll place it for you. We kept the yam and the yam did very well. And today we sent her a very big sack of the yam that grew for her, that we bought and then raised for her. So these are some of the services. We do not collect money. Of course, we have the ones that we train for money as well. But I believe that if you give back to your community, either maybe to your mosque community or to your Christian community or just to the people living around you, it goes a long way to help your business. So what are the key takeaways and action plan from this presentation? Number one, shift from a survival to a growth mindset by tackling a challenge today as an opportunity to learn. Don't see the challenges you are facing in your business that, oh, it means I should close the business. I think this is too much for me to handle. No, calm down and learn from it, especially if you want to grow in that business so that you can shift to the growth mindset. Create a one-page business plan this week, outlining your core ideas, your target customers, and first financial goal if you have not done this already. Especially for people who want to start business, this is one of the best ways to go. It will open your eyes to a lot. It will also open your mind to a lot, and it will help you to navigate your business growth. Open a separate account for your business and track all income and expenses for the next 30 days. This is so important. I hope you are not using your personal account for your business. You have to have a separate account for your business, no matter the business you are doing. Even if every month is 5,000 naira you are making, it's still good to have an account for it, even if it's an OPay account. This will help you to know exactly how much is coming in so that you are not using your account that maybe money that somebody is dashing you is entering, money that you are using to maybe for personal things are entering, and at the end of the day you are confused. If you even have an account that is for business alone and you are selling or doing whatever business and you have somebody pay it and see your business name showing, it gives you this joy, and also the person that is patronizing you, it gives the person some level of confidence in you, knowing that you are acting professional. Then integrate your core values into your daily work by defining the non-negotiable principles for your brand or services. Remember this. What are your values? What are the personal things that you want to bring into your business? Your core values that, okay, maybe it's integrity, maybe it's timeliness, maybe it's, whatever your personal values are, whatever your faith values are, is good to put it into your business and stamp it so that you'll be known for that. So we come to the end of this presentation. I hope you learned one or two things, and I'm open for questions. Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Ladies, are we excited? I'm super, super, super excited. Thank you so much, Ma. We are grateful. Thank you for sharing from your words of knowledge with us tonight. So please, if you have a question, this is the time to ask those questions now. You can go ahead and type it on the chat box. I will be here to read them out. Also, if you want to ask your question direct, you can just raise your hand and then I will give you the permission to go on and ask your question. Please ask your question. We have just a few more minutes to the end of tonight's session. Ask your question. Ask your questions while I wait for you to drop your questions. So let me just quickly do a recap of the take home. So the first thing that was emphasized on is shifting your mindset from survival mindset to what? Growth mindset. Don't forget, in case you forget every other thing, please do not forget. At the beginning of the call, we did emphasize on something about the mind. The mind is really a strong part of everything that you do. And remember, this entire mentorship program is for us to build that holistic life balance. All right. So we want instances whereby every segment of our life has that balance. That's, in TCW, we believe that a woman can have a three. So don't be surprised that we're talking about business today. The other time we're speaking about career. So if you are on the call right now, you're thinking, why are they not diving into career? So the first session was actually emphasized on that. And then now today we are emphasizing on business growth. So if you miss out on that first session, we have the recording and you can always get back to it. So don't forget, first thing tonight, shift your mind from survival mindset to growth mindset. And then create one-page business plan this week. Do not forget. Then the next one is open separate bank accounts. I know a lot of business people that are, you don't just have that general thing, just anytime, anyhow it comes. We just know that money is coming. So no, for you to be able to track the income perfectly, there is a need to create that separate account. And then the last one that was emphasized on, which is also very, very key, is integrating your core values. Integrating your core values into everything that you do, the businesses you do, the product you sell, the services you provide, and the likes of them. I'm still waiting for our question. Checking the chat box right now to be sure that we have question or not. Okay, ma, so while we wait for them to send their question, I have one question here. Someone is asking, whenever I get stuck, I just feel like I'm really, really overwhelmed right now, and I don't know what exactly is the first thing to check. I don't know what exactly is the first thing to check. As a business person, I'm trying to build, but I feel stuck, and I don't know what exactly is the first thing to check.
Okay, I'm trying to understand. So the person is trying to build a business, but she's feeling stuck.
Yes, the market number one is saturated. Many people are doing this thing. So the person is actually into the fashion business. Everything is just looking so saturated, and I don't even know where to start. And then sometimes when you come, the person, sometimes I'm trying to explain to the best of my understanding of the question. Sometimes you come, you just keep seeing a lot of things popping up here and there, and then she feels something is wrong. She's not progressing, and then she don't know what exactly to check first. What is that thing to, check
Oh,
first?
okay. So, we spoke about the purpose and the vision you have for your business. So, what is that thing that she wants to do? Let's say, for example, if everyone in that area is, or the business in the area is, many people are sewing clothes in the area. So, what can she bring to the table that will differentiate hers? Does she need to go and learn a particular style of sewing that is not common in that area? And beside, what is that thing that she wants to, what is the problem she wants to solve? If you know a particular problem you want to solve, maybe everybody is sewing maybe Ankara in that area, the basic this thing. Maybe your own part, the problem you want to solve is to sew like an English wear. Ankara might be plenty there, but English wear might not be so much or ready to wear, all this kind of buying what is it called now? Chiffon materials or whatever. Like your own business have to be different. You have to think of something to make it different from what everybody is doing. So what's that unique thing you want to add? What is that particular problem you want to solve? Everybody have a problem they are solving, and your problem cannot be the same with everybody's own. So just find your own niche and create a niche. And if you see that that is not working, do you want to relocate your business to another place, or do you want to add another business to that particular business you are doing so that it just looks different and or you want to treat your customers more, just think of something to add to it to make your own business stand out. That is what I will say.
All right. Well, thank you for that response. Okay, I don't know if any other persons still have a question. I'm not seeing any question yet on the chat box. We have barely 3 more minutes to the wrap of tonight's session. Please unmute your mic and ask that question, that very thing that has been bothering you. I'm sure we have business people on the call right now. Please unmute or send in your question. We'll be here to read them out. Okay, so I have another question here. Somebody's talking about in terms of scalability. So how do I scale my business when I'm the one doing almost everything by myself?
Okay, so I think at some point of business, everybody does everything by themselves. Even for me, at some point, I was the farm manager, I was the CEO, I was the worker, I was the everything. So, but as you begin to expand, a time will come, that you naturally start seeing that you need people. And I don't know the kind of business you are doing, but one of the things you can do is even, do you want to have people come and intern with you? Do you want them to intern with you? Can you like, okay, oh, if you want to learn this particular stuff, I am doing internship, there's space for 3 people, there's space for 2 people. Or do you have siblings that will come and help you? So for me, at some point, after I became everything, at some point, I also brought in my siblings because then they had break and they were on ground. My youngest brother was the accountant. My sister, my sister was the my sister was the marketer and secretary, and then my other brother was the farm manager. So I just used all the helps I could get, when it started growing beyond me. And when they started living and we started making money, we were able to employ people. Now we have a real farm manager. We have some other people on the farm, and we also have people that are doing internship as well. And because if people see that what you are doing, you are consistent with it, even the internship will come on its own. They'll come and meet you and say, oh, I want to work with you. I want to learn this thing. So I want to work and learn with you. So it begins to come. If your business is registered and it has some grounds, you can also request for IT students. So I think that will help. And don't worry, don't give up. This is how business is. You start at the beginning, being everything and going through all the stress. But before you know it, believe you me, it grows if you're able to put these things that we have said today, if you're able to put them into practice.
Amazing. All right, ma. Thank you so, so, so much. So, ladies, we are any other question, we can still send them in. You can use the link that was sent earlier on your WhatsApp group chat and then drop those questions. We'll make sure that we get all the questions across to our mentors. All the words, the wisdom, every other thing that she has shared with us. Thank you so much, Ma. We are super, super grateful for your presence tonight. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We are blessed to have you. And then we are looking forward to much more opportunity of still getting this conversation on with you. I don't know, but we'll be reaching out to you. So please, I don't know if you can share the slide with us after this call so that we can also go through them again.
Yeah, I can. I
Okay.
think I already shared with Miss Patience.
I can see Tego. I can see Vera. Thank you for staying to the end of this call. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm sure you've learned one or two things. And like I emphasized earlier, and I will keep emphasizing, do not just learn, ensure you get to work. Everything you've been learning from the beginning of this mentorship program, ensure you start practicing them. The idea is not just for you to like while away time, the idea is for the values you are getting with the time you are spending. So I'm sure that this is not a wasted time. I'm sure that you've learned one thing. So get on, start working. And then the key take home, I'm going to be posting it on our WhatsApp status, on our WhatsApp group chat rather, so that we can all note them down and start working on them like immediately. Thank you once again for joining the call. So we are wrapping up the session. So please take note that we'll be having our closing ceremony of this EM mentorship program on the 18th of this month. Every other information about the closing ceremony will be shared with us on the WhatsApp group chat. Thank you so much for joining the call. Thank you, Mentor Florence. Thank you, Mentor Gladys. Thank you, everyone. We are super, super grateful for you. We see you, we see the movement, we see the effort you are making, and we are rooting for you. Thank you, everyone. Do have a good night rest.
Thank you. Thank you so much.